This is another Tradewinds quilt in which the client wanted me to quilt little sea creatures around the perimeter. And so I chose to use freezer paper to get that done. I traced the designs by hand onto the freezer paper, ironed them on to the top, and quilted around them. I have another video in which I showed outlining all the figures from a quilt I did at least a year ago. So this is just about the border. So here I'm quilting a little eye in the sea lion. I used a variegated polyester thread for all the quilting here. The colors go in and out like they would underwater. On my old machine, I would have used a laser to follow the pattern and quilt those in, but on my new machine, I've not yet learned how to get, how to upload my own patterns into the system and get the computer to do it. So this seemed like a way that I thought would be worth trying, and I think it's really good. The templates give me a nice way to get the outline quilted in first, and then see, there's a few places in here where I quilted over the paper, but not very many, because I didn't want to have that problem of the paper getting caught and then, being really hard for it to get out of there. I tore the paper off in the little tight spaces with just tweezers and scissors, and that worked out really well. The freezer paper really liked the wool fabric. It didn't really want to let go. So only the lightest, quickest touch is needed here. And I didn't want to use tracing paper because that's really hard to get out. I've never liked that. So to go back and add in the little detail, I'm just freehanding that part. The mouth. So it's not perfect, but who can tell? I think it's really good. Almost all of the motifs I used were designed by Fritz. You can find her digital patterns online. And I found a few, but not enough to fill up this whole border. So that's why I reverted to using this method. So here you can see the figures surrounded by water, seaweed, other things. Here are some seabirds that would have been lost without all that little dense background quilting. I loved my client's wonderful handwork in this quilt. It's just all so beautiful. So this turned out really delightful. I hope you enjoyed seeing how I put this together.